Hello. Welcome back. I'm not sure exactly what this was, but I really felt it today. It's Monday, sort of, and we have some puzzles to do. These are logic puzzles. I'm super excited to get into them because yesterday, Sunday, was just devastating in terms of difficulty for me and my smooth brain. So here's hoping to an easier Monday. Let's get it. We'll start with fields. 1 out of 5. Oh man. This gotta be blue. Green has to escape. Blue's gotta be there. Green has to escape. Blue. Green. Green has to escape. Blue has to escape. Let's see what else. We can't reach with a blue here if we put a green there, so that's blue, blah, 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 green, 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 blue, 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 and we're done in 32 seconds. That's what I like. That felt good. And right into stars, here we go. Alrighty. We can have, let's see. Can't be in the middle. Can't be in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. Alright, there's got to be some easy stuff here. So we have, can't be in the middle. And because we have 1 and 1, so we can't be here, 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 here. Wow, there's so many that we can rule out. Can't be here. For this one, we can't be here or here or here or here or here or here. This one, we can't be here or here or here or here or here. And this one can't be here, 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 here. So that narrows it down a little bit. Let's see what we got. We have that one. We have this one. We have this one. And we have this one, very exciting, and we can get rid of that. Furthermore, we can get rid of those and those, so we have one here because of this region. Let's see what that does for us. Rules out that. This is going swimmingly. One goes here. Let's see. One goes here or here, so it's not here. So it's this one. That rules out those and these. So this one has a pair, one and one here. So that's good. Rule out these of the row, put that one in here, so not there. We can solve that one. That means we have 2 in this column, so not there. This column's full. This column needs to be in one of these 2, so we get that. And that means we have 1 and 1. Very nice. How does that all look to us? Now we need one more here. It's got to be this one for the sake of the row. That means we have one here or something. I'm sure I'm missing the easy stuff now. Let me just make sure I have done what I need to do. This one and this one are solved. So we have this one, and that one, and that one. Okay, big mistake. Am I blind? I might be blind. I sort of got, oh, eesh. Not here, here. Okay, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. A little slip up at the end because I was so cocky. I was confident and cocky, and I stopped crossing out the things methodically and just went with the vibes. But that's fine. We're 4 minutes into this video and almost done. Love that. Finally, words or clues by Sam, March 23rd. Easy. Exactly 1 innocent in row 5 is neighboring Wanda. So that means Thor is a criminal. What? Row 5! Sorry, what an embarrassment. Alright. Well, that's okay. Katie and Thor have no innocent neighbors in common, whereas Katie here and Thor, we have no innocent neighbors in common. So Olaf is a criminal and Nick is a criminal. Both criminals in column C are connected, so it's either Chuck or Joy, or Chuck and Joy, or Sue and Wanda, but not both. Okay. So you nicked my freedom from me. Both criminals in column C are connected. Katie and Thor have no innocent neighbors in common. Well, that's interesting. One innocent in row 5 is neighboring Wanda. Done. Katie and Thor have no adjacent neighbors in common. Innocent neighbors, rather. So those are both bad. So we have one clue to work with. Both criminals in column C are connected. How do we know which is which? Am I blind to something? All right, let's pretend we started over and read slowly. Exactly one innocent in row 5 is neighboring Wanda. The two neighbors of Wanda in row 5 are Vince and Zane, so we found out that Vince was a criminal. Nothing you can get from that further. Katie and Thor, right? Katie and Thor have no innocent neighbors in common. So Nick and Olaf are criminals. Nick says, "You nicked my freedom from me." That's not a hint. Both criminals in column C are connected. So, two criminals in column C. The thing is, am I misreading this? Katie and Thor have no innocent neighbors in common. Right, so Katie, Thor. Oh my god, if I find this, I'm gonna be super... It must be really simple. Exactly one innocent in row 5 is neighboring Wanda. That's Zane. Zane is in row 5 and neighboring Wanda. Both criminals, there are two criminals in column C, are connected. But how do we know which pair of them is connected? Wanda doesn't count as neighboring herself. Katie and Thor have no innocent neighbors in common. They only have two neighbors in common. So it must be Olaf's clue, somehow. Both criminals. Criminals! Why do I do this? Why am I the way I am? So Wanda is innocent, and Chuck is innocent, because the criminal has to connect to Nick, and there are only two of them. Each row has at least two innocents, so Larry and Mark are innocent. Okay. On the mark, well done. Was that a pun? There are exactly 3 innocents in row 5, so Uma is innocent. Only one of the 3 innocents in row 1 is Chuck's neighbor. So that means that means Anna is innocent, and we have a pair here because only one of the 3, Chuck is one of the 3. So we have one criminal, and it has to be a neighbor of Chuck. Anna is innocent. And an odd number of innocents on the edge is neighbor Joy. So there are 3 Oh wait, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 neighbors of joy are on the edges. We have 2, and this would be the third. So Katie needs to be innocent to be a third innocent on the edge neighboring joy. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Olaf. Okay, let me wait on that. Only one of the 3 innocents in row 1 is Chuck's neighbor. Oh, we know that. Each row has at least 2 innocents. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Olaf. Again, this is... Sorry if the printer starts making noises. So we have 1, 2, and this would be the odd one. Thor needs to be innocent to make it 3 innocents neighboring Olaf. There are exactly 2 innocents between Anna and Paul. Anna and Paul. So Freya is innocent. Good. There's an equal number of innocents in columns C and D. So there's 3 in C, and there are already 3 in D, so Don is a criminal and Barb is innocent. Don, it doesn't give us a hint. Barb, each column has at least 1 criminal, so Paul is a criminal. Doesn't tell us much more about that. Freya has 1 more innocent neighbor than Olaf. Olaf has 3 innocent neighbors. So Freya has 4 currently, so Ivan is a criminal. There are more innocents in row 2 than row 3. So there are 3 innocents. So Joy's innocent. Sue is criminal. And equal number of innocents. Here we go. Each row has at least 2 innocents, so Rob is innocent. Unfortunately, it wasn't flawless because I made a critical error at the beginning. Once again, innocents and criminals, they're almost interchangeable in my mind. I'm thinking so much about the logic that I'm not catching the simple stuff sometimes. All right, what a blast. I hope that was enjoyable for you all. And I really encourage you to try out these puzzles, especially the early ones in the week. They're very manageable. I decided to go for more speed than explanation, although I really tried to explain myself along the way. But knowing how hard Sunday is, I'm taking every chance I can get to do a fast one on Monday. And we'll see how that plays out. Okay. Anyway, I really appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to get all these uploaded as fast as I can. Hopefully all by the end of the day on Monday. They might be late at night, but I sort of just want to get them out onto the internet and then start fresh Tuesday and have some uploaded Tuesday at my 10, 11 Eastern timeline that I'm trying to sort of stick with. But anyway, if I'm going to do that, I gotta sign off right now. Okay? So anyway, you guys have a good day, a good week. Enjoy it. Hopefully the weather's good wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.